Thank you for tuning in to Entertain the Geeky, your source for nerd news.
Guys, what's going on?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Roger. Entertain the Geeky here.
So excited.
So we are bringing you the latest in nerd news.
Hey, something happened this weekend.
Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yes, it
did. So, Free Comic Book Day. Always a good time.
I mean, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
I mean, it's up there with Christmas and Halloween. And
it's basically a holiday.
It should be. Like, it should be a national holiday.
So, when everything that I posted on Instagram and stuff for Entertain the Geeky on Free Comic Book Day was almost national holiday, this, that, and the other, like, in the hashtags, just to be obnoxious and let everybody know what a big deal it is.
It is a big deal. I mean, it first off, it's like we can all agree that it is a cash grab. I'm using that in quotations to get people into the hobby of reading comics. But more importantly than that, the creators use Free Comic Book Day to actually launch some pretty awesome stuff. I mean, look what Marvel
in
has
particular.
done. Yeah. I mean, you had Secret Wars. You had, like, every big crossover, their big summer crossovers start on Free Comic Book Day.
Well, yeah, the new Captain America.
Yeah, this year it's Captain America being agent of Hydra.
Yeah, so he proves Hydra's worth at Secret Empire, by the way.
Secret Empire is the new one, yeah.
He proves Hydra's worth in it, and then you have Spectacular Spider-Man #1 starting off there as well.
You also had, you get the mainstays, like you get a new Tick comic, you get a new, you get hey, in case you missed this year, here is, what's going on in DC, here's what's going on. It's like a nice wrap-up and a good jumping on point for people who don't normally read comics. Get to walk into a comic shop, grab 4 free issues, and go.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know everybody's had their doubts on Captain America being a Hydra agent, this, that, and the other. I spoke to Jason O'Toole briefly this past week, and he was like, dude, people should be reading this Captain America stuff because it's really good.
Yeah? I haven't read it yet.
Oh, and that's okay. Neither have I, but I trust Jason. Jason is a guy that is so deeply rooted in comics and his knowledge is so extensive that if he's saying something's good, it's probably good.
Yeah. Free Comic Book Day happened for all those out there. For those of you who don't know, first Saturday in May, we did a horrible job talking about it this year.
I mean, neither of us were able to really partake in it the way that we wanted to either.
But we dropped the ball on our whole nerd street cred here. We did not pimp out Free Comic Book Day like we should have. We should have been telling all of our listeners to hit their LGS, their LCS at this point.
We did on social media.
Yeah, we did on social media. Hit their LCS, local comic shops, go to Free Comic Book Day, partake in the sales and buy stuff while you're there, pick
Absolutely.
up, like, you're getting 4 free issues, delve deep, pick up $3 and buy another issue while you're there.
Since we did kind of miss out on that a little bit, I do want to encourage everybody to go to their local comic shop and start a pull and hold.
Oh God, yeah!
Even if it's a title or two.
Yeah, no, like pull and holds, especially if it like as a guy that we used to work at a comic shop, having that one guy come in and go, look, I don't read a lot, but what I do read is this.
Yeah, well, I mean, so. We had a relationship with our customers that if they were reading something, we'd be like, oh, hey, if you like that, you should read this. I'm going to put
this issue
in your poll. I want you to check it out. And it was, now, you didn't do that to everybody.
No.
It was certain people that were reading that you would do it to. Or, like...
Unless you were me, though. I was like, everyone should be reading this book.
Yeah,
put it in the pull and hold. But this is for a 10-year-old girl, and you're giving them nail biter. Put it in their pull and hold.
She needs to learn about the harsh realities of life.
Serial killers are a thing.
Yeah. Wow.
We also had Guardians of the Galaxy make a crap load of money.
Yeah, it shattered all of the old Guardians.
So what it did was, it was like, here, I'm going to throw this on the table, loud thud, and take all the money.
It's had nothing but stellar reviews.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to do an in-depth review on this. It's not going to happen in this episode. But I do want to say this. So I've talked to a few people that have watched it, and one of the things that they say is, it's not the same as the last one. The Last Guardians, you went into with no expectation.
Yeah, you know what? You said that earlier, and I was going to let that pass. But I have an example here.
Shoot.
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Like, you went into Star Wars the first time in the 70s with no expectations, and Empire took what Star Wars did and raised the bar. So I can't use that as an excuse.
I didn't live that, though, so I can't say that that's a real thing. Because I guarantee you there were people disappointed when they went to see Empire. I guarantee it.
I don't think so.
I guarantee
you more people were mad when they saw Return of the Jedi than Empire.
Well, I'm sure, but we're not...
It's like digging
that's not the comparison that I'm making here. All I'm saying is it's not the same movie, so that feeling of surprise and that fresh feeling that you were looking for, you already had that.
In Guardians 1.
Now you need to watch for them to build on it.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, it's whatever, you know. Chris Pratt's going to make some jokes. Hold on, here. Let me sum up Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for you. Haven't seen it. Here we go. Chris Pratt's going to make some jokes. Batista's going to make some off-the-wall comments that about not understanding cliches or metaphors. Gamora's going to be angry and kill a bunch of things. Rocket Raccoon's going to shoot some big guns. And Groot's going to be, I am Groot. And there you go.
Volume 2.
And with a kick-ass soundtrack.
With Kurt Russell.
Sylvester Stallone.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley freaking Cyrus. Yeah.
Yeah.
She weaseled her way in it. All right. So, yeah, that's two big things that happened this week. Free Comic Book Day and Guardians came out. Hey, guess what, Chris?
What?
Edge of Tomorrow is getting a sequel.
Is it?
Yeah. Emily Blunt will return. And the title for this is, the film will be Live, Die, Repeat, and Repeat.
Ooh. Edge of Tomorrow was actually cool.
It was a neat little sci-fi flick.
It was. It was. I'm gonna go on a limb there and say it's a concept that's been explored. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was a very new take on it.
Well, it's Groundhog's Day set in war.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's a good way to put it.
But it was a good movie.
Game of Thrones has several spin-off, or HBO and Game of Thrones have several Game of Thrones spin-offs.
4
in the works.
But see, here's the thing. So here's what I heard they're going to do. All 4 are being developed, and HBO is going to pick one of those 4. So we won't have 4 Game of Thrones shows on at once. It'll be, okay, you guys, you went out and you did these 4 spin-offs. We're picking this one to go with.
As long as it makes money, I'll bet you all of them get done.
Eventually, but, you know, I think they'd rather devote... The problem is, like, when you start doing spin-offs, the quality of the show tends to degrade. So when you do 4 of them, like, it's just going to be massive overflood. I can see HBO going...
But now that Game of Thrones is over?
Yeah, but I can see HBO saying, let's throw all the money into one spin-off that we think will be the biggest hit, and then work on the next 3 later on down the road.
Maybe.
Let's see here.
I know that that HBO has something special there with that show, and
they do.
That
it's almost over.
They will definitely be throwing money into it to make all of the money.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Tag is now a professional sport.
What?
Did you see this?
Yeah.
It's extreme. It's extreme tag. Basically, it's 2 guys play tag. You have
on an obstacle course.
Yeah.
That's been a thing for a while. It's normally parkour athletes that do it.
Yeah, it's tag.
They're also attempting to get parkour in the next Summer Olympics.
Okay.
I think that's really interesting, and as somebody that used to practice parkour, I want to see what they're going to do with it. Like, is it going to be a race? Are you going to be navigating through an environment? Because
is James Bond going to chase you? Because that's how most people got into parkour.
If you're a parkour purist, you want to navigate through an environment as effectively as possible. If you were a free runner, you're doing flippy flips and tricky tricks.
Right. Well, what if they did 2? What if instead of it being in the Olympics, it just went to the extreme sports and you had
it already is
the speed run and the flippity flips?
Red Bull Art of Motion.
I don't care about Red Bull.
It's already
gives
a
you
thing.
Wings. We have a full trailer for Blade Runner 2049 coming Monday. Tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
Well, today for people that are listening to our podcast.
Look, what's the date? The 8th? May 8th.
May 8th. 2049 is coming with a full trailer. I am really excited for this movie. I didn't think I would be, but after that first trailer they dropped, I got really stoked for it.
Blade Runner looks cool.
It looks good. Dunkirk's trailer came out. I know you didn't see this.
I did not watch that one.
Oh, man. Christopher Nolan knows how to hit it up and knock it out of the park. Gears of War film moves forward with the writer of the Avatar sequels. Oh. Marvel debuts first teaser trailer for Inhumans. I don't really care.
I mean, the Inhuman teaser trailer was pretty sweet. I must admit a small level of disappointment here. So remember initially it was announced that Vin Diesel was going to be playing Black Bolt?
Yeah.
And
he's not.
Yeah, and I'm bummed about that.
He's not. He's busy. He's Groot.
Yeah, he can go in there for 7 minutes, record all of his I Am Groot lines.
I am Groot.
And then he can play Black Bolt, because I think he would have been a good fit for that character.
The Terminator 2 3D trailer dropped. And it's not just an up conversion to 3D. They went through frame by frame and redid it to where it's 4K high definition film. And it looks amazing.
I would like to know the process that you have to go through in order to make that happen.
Like you have to put first off, this movie was not filmed digitally. It was filmed
Correct.
on film. So they had to put it in the computer, decompress it, recompress it, go through, clean up everything.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't even like the process of going through that just baffles me.
Have you seen the trailer for it? How crisp it looks?
No,
it looks insane.
Sick.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll just show you one picture real quick because I don't want to have the. But look at how cool that look. How crisp. Like that's going to be awesome.
I mean, that's being limited by your phone's resolution.
It is, but I don't want to hit play.
I feel you.
I don't want to hit play on it. So I'm really excited for that. Twin Peaks promo spot, good to go there. That's coming up.
I think do we need to announce the Comic-Con news for us?
No.
No.
I just figured we just let that slide under the rug.
Well, so basically, the folks at Chicago Comic-Con have not got back to us yet.
They're pretty much sold out.
And so we're probably not going to be able to get our booth there like we initially planned.
Which is fine.
I mean, it is what it is. We do plan on hanging out at a couple of cons very soon, though.
Just put it again at us dropping the ball.
I mean, yes and no. Like, we did everything that we were supposed to do to make the venue happen. It
just was a thing that, we got
in. They filled up faster than we could
get our ducks in a
row, basically.
Titanfall's getting a mobile RTS game. Titanfall Assault.
Ooh.
Yeah, see how quickly I went from bad news to good news?
I think I'm going to go to Dragon Con.
Are you?
I think so. Because I know Carl's going, and I'm like, might as well go.
When's Dragon Con?
The same weekend as Chicago Comic-Con.
Where's it at?
Kansas City.
That's a closer trip.
It is, and I'm like, why wouldn't we just go there and hang out and pass out some free swag?
We might have to do that. We'll talk about it. John Carpenter's The Thing is getting a board game called Infection on Outpost 31.
That's right.
I'm in for that. The Tick is making a comic book comeback.
It's The Tick.
I'm so excited. I love okay, guys. For those of you that remember watching the Tick cartoon or the live action Patrick Wahlberg show or the Amazon one, nothing can compare to reading the Tick comic. Like that. Oh, it was so good. It's
so off the wall and just funny.
George R.R. Martin, guys, dig this one up because this is actually entertaining. Reviews his first published work, which happens to be a letter to Marvel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
To Marvel.
It was to Marvel.
It was to Marvel Comics. Yeah.
I read that this week. I don't know why I was saying Star Wars there.
I don't either.
Losing my mind.
Exciting news for all you goth kids out there. The Crow remake actually has a budget of $40 million, and it will be rated R. So, there you go. That I know it was been going back and forth that it was going to be PG-13, but they decided to push it and make it R.
I mean, that's what it should be.
Yeah. And with a budget of $40 million...
Way more than the first movie.
Yeah, and we're good there. All right. Here we go. And, we talked about there's not a lot of nerd news going on this week. Because it's kind of been slowing down, gearing up for the Comic-Con season and what have you.
Yep.
2 things dropped. One, let's talk Kevin Feige real quick.
Shoot.
Saying that he would love to see the TV characters in the MCU. Neat.
Yeah, we talked. I actually posted the article about that.
Yeah.
On EG, and holy cow, man! I feel like that's everything that the MCU kind of represents.
You see the look on my face?
Yeah, you're empty. I'm stoked.
I
dude, that is freaking awesome. No. Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was designed to tide you over until the next Marvel movie came out.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is different. Well, like, that is a show that's directly tied into the Avengers.
So is the other stuff.
No. I've always loved the fact...
the events of New York.
They talk about it, but it's not... It doesn't pertain to the show. It's not an integral part of the show. What Iron Man does... What I love about Daredevil is Iron Man can go out there and save the world, but that doesn't save Hell's Kitchen. That doesn't save what Daredevil's trying to do. And the idea of keeping them in the same universe, but centralizing, focusing on Daredevil,
maybe when you're fighting Thanos, you have to call in all the guns.
Yeah, whatever.
All of them.
I don't care. It's not happening in Avengers 4.
We'll see.
No, because Kevin Feige's already said it's going to be years down the road.
Yeah, he also said Spider-Man wasn't going to be in the MCU.
Yeah, whatever. Well, that's because he didn't know.
No, he did know. They were already in talks with Sony.
Know. All right, real quickly. Let's talk about the most exciting thing that happened this week. The Dark Tower trailer.
Oh, man.
Right?
Oh, man.
Like I threw it up on Facebook for EG, and my response was, not like the book, but I'm still in. Like, this is not like... I saw that trailer, and it's nothing like the Gunslinger.
It looks so sick, though.
But the fact is, it looks really good. It gives the tower a purpose.
It does.
And that's something that didn't happen in the first go-around. It was like, the tower's just the tower.
It was just there.
Well, it was the focal point of all the multi-universes, but it wasn't this gateway, where you destroy it and everything. No, I like that the tower has a purpose now.
Yeah,
agreed. I like that the Man in Black is not a throwaway character.
Correct.
Because in the Dark Tower series, he was only in the first book.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, they had flashbacks and the flashback scenes with him in the past, but as an antagonist, as a villain, he was only in the first book. And I like seeing that. And Matthew McConaughey's portrayal of just that, all right, I'll kill you, was amazing. And I can never say his
Iris
name. Adalba. I can never say his name. As Roland.
That guy's a beast.
Oh my God. When he said the line, the I do not shoot with my eyes. For he who shoots with his eyes forgets his father. I was like, oh, I'm in.
That was awesome.
That to me, that was hearing Ryan Reynolds quote the Green Lantern saying, whatever, in the darkest hour of the darkest night, whatever.
That didn't even get me when Ryan Reynolds quoted.
No, but hearing him quote the gunslingers.
That was sick.
Oh, I was in. I was like, yeah,
it looks beastly.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm 100% in for this movie. I will not. I was afraid I was going to have to complain about everything about it not being like the book and Now, as much as I would love to see the book adapted to film, I'm okay with this. I am okay with this.
You're okay with this adaptation?
I am, because it's not an adaptation. Like they said, it's a sequel to the 7 books. And seeing what they've done, I'm like, okay, I'm in. Like now, I have no reference point to go on other than the fact I've read the books.
Yep.
And it's not going to be like me watching Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, where I'm like, no, that's not how it happened in the books. That's not how it happened in the books. Because guess what? The books happened, and this is what happens after the books. So I'm in.
Dark Tower is something I went through and picked up single issues on.
The books? Like the comic books?
Yeah, after they started coming out. Because I was like, oh crap, they're on book 3 right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and start picking them up. And I never bought one straight off the shelf. I always did it as a back issue.
Yeah, of course.
Always did it as a back issue.
Are they still, there's no way that they've done all 7 books.
No.
In
I don't believe so anymore.
Are they still publishing them?
It was, they might have done all 7 books.
No, because before we left the shop, they weren't even on the drawing of the 3. They were still on the Gunslinger.
They had finished drawing of the 3.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Look at me catch my language.
Yeah, they did. No, they had finished drawing of the 3. Because drawing of the 3 is what was out when I started picking it up.
Because that's the second book in the 7-book series.
I started picking them up on that one. And then I had to go back and get back issues for the other one.
Because it goes Gunslinger, the drawing of the 3, Wastelands.
I don't even know all the names of them.
I do. Wastelands was 3. I'm drawing a blank on 4. The Wolves, Songs of Susanna, and then Dark Tower was book 7. They're good books.
Beastly nonetheless.
It's good books. I mean, it took Stephen King forever. And my favorite part about reading I remember picking up the Gunslinger, the first book, at a thrift store for like 25 cents.
Yep.
And it had these beautiful colors. And reading the back, reading the forward of the book of him saying, I don't know if I'll ever be able to finish this book in my life, this series in my lifetime, left me anticipating. And then I kind of, was disappointed by the time book 7 came around, but dang it, he finished it. Hey, we gotta go.
Yeah, we do. Guys, do us a favor. Go to entertainthegeeky.com and You can follow us on all of our social media there. The website is going to be getting another facelift in the near future.
It's sort of like Barbara Walters.
Kinda.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of stuff in the works right now that we're super excited about to be announced.
Yeah, we're done announcing things before we work them through here.
Yeah, there's a lot in the pipeline, guys. Also, if you go to beastescaperoom.com,
you enter a promo code. Now it says a little box. It says promo code.
And you type in
Geeky. You type in Geeky. Geeky.
Geeky.
That'll get you a whole 20% off your 1-hour Beast Escape Room experience.
Get stoked.
And while you're out there, say hi to the man.
The myth. The legend. Ronnie Cobb.
Wow, that was a good one.
That was beautiful.
That was a good one.
You're welcome, Ronnie Cobb.
Yeah.
And congratulate him. His marriage is getting very close here.
Very close.
He's looking for a DJ, by the way.
Yeah,
so
if you guys know of any DJs or anything like that,
post them on our Facebook page. Ronnie Cobb will see it, I can assure you.
Oh, yes. Yes. And Ronnie Cobb, if you need any help planning or anything like that, just give us a holler. We'll do what we can to give you a hand.
Because we got the love for you. Coming soon is the Entertain the Geeky musical. No.
We gotta go.
All right, bye. Stay geeky.